Partnerships and collaborations are absolutely key to success in the modern telecom sector. And to find out how two of the biggest names in the industry are working together, I'm talking today with Lakshmi Mandaym, VP Service Provider Product Management and Partner Ecosystem at VMware, and Jitin Bhandari, CTO for Cloud and Network Services at Nokia. So, Jitin, can you tell me more about the collaboration between Nokia and VMware and the growing role of a more open ecosystem to support 5G deployments?
First of all, thank you, Ray, for hosting this wonderful talk. And I must start up by saying that, the partnership between Nokia and VMware is a very special one. And why I say that, we started the virtualization journey about a decade back as we start taking on the NFV transformation for the telco worlds about, I would say, 8 or 9 years back in time. And here we are in the next generation transformation from virtualization to cloud native. All the more important for 5G, cloud native transformation has been foundational. And the foundational aspect for Nokia has been the relationship to any cloud and multi-cloud readiness and availability of our portfolio across both networks and operations. And from a VMware perspective, it's fantastic to have such a fantastic relationship between us, given the understanding that VMware brings onto the table from a platform perspective, especially the lessons learned from the virtualization era, bringing it brought forward into the cloud native era, as much as embracing the new technologies and trends, what we know of today from a cloud native perspective. So it's a very foundational one. It can definitely help drive the relationship, not only between Nokia and VMware, but also for the whole telco vertical as a whole.
And Lakshmi, VMware is a company that's committed to providing choice and flexibility to its customers. What CNFs and VNFs from Nokia are now certified on VMware's Ready for Telco cloud platform? And why is this so significant?
Thanks, Ray. Absolutely important, I think, for the industry that there is choice and that they have a platform where they can rapidly construct and deliver services. And Nokia is an industry leader in terms of providing customers with not only legacy kind of applications and supporting them, but also helping customers in this journey towards cloud native on very key applications. And in that journey, we've been working with them for the last couple of years at key customers. And as a part of that effort, we now have Nokia registers, Nokia Cloud Mobile Gateway, Nokia Cloud Mobility Manager, and Nokia Cloud Signaling Director now certified on our platform. And why is this important for customers? From our perspective, having these two industry leaders working together gives them a level of comfort in terms of being able to rapidly deploy and construct their services. And so this is why we see the partnership with Nokia as being special. I agree with Nitin, it is a special partnership. And we intend to continue doing that for a long time forward. So really excited to be able to talk about the great work that we've been doing.
Okay, so a lot of progress already made together. What can we expect to see from this partnership going forward? Jitin, let's start with you, please.
That's a fantastic question. And let me step back and talk about the problem solving we are doing overall as an industry in the telco vertical space. As I say that, and you've heard it many times, that Nokia is transforming the whole core portfolio, the operations portfolio, and all is designed around a multi-cloud, any cloud strategy, and it's all grounded up on cloud native principles. So when you start about that, you talk about a degree of freedom that we need to bring it to the digital service providers ecosystem behind 5G and cloud. And that's a promise we make to the industry, to the vertical. One of the pieces that you would see foundationally grounded in this partnership is how do we bring up simple yet very effective way of managing many workloads across the landscapes of networks and operations. That's one thing is foundational, and you will see very concrete step being taken between us and VMware of how our workloads, I'm talking about workloads that span across the control plane and the data plane, workloads that are playing in the subscriber data space, and workloads that are in the operations, orchestration, analytics space, and how we are teaming up together to make simple yet very technology differentiated landscape for our telco service providers. So that's one thing you must expect out here. The other piece that I mentioned earlier, that there's a lot of learnings from the virtualization era, and we can't simply negate that. Yes, we are embracing cloud native principles. There were fundamental challenges how orchestration, both at an application level and now when there is a service construct, a definition of a concept of a sliceable network that's out there with 5G. We got to start understanding that how do we not only simplify the networks but the overall operations aspect of it. Another topic that comes key to my mind is security and privacy, and how do we build more secure, more decisive, clear network that is more rounded for privacy considerations, as well as we take more and more workloads to both public, private, cloud for operators. So this is another fundamental piece that you will see quite a bit of collaboration between our partners coming up. So you'll see three areas as I sum up here. A, the platform nuances and differentiation that we create and co-create together. B, some areas of simplifications around orchestration, analytics, and insights. And last but not the least, of building of a partner ecosystem that helps push the envelope on the telco landscape as a whole.
And Lakshmi, where do you see this partnership headed?
I think, as we have been working together the last few years, customers are in various stages of their journey towards cloud native, and Nokia and VMware are working together to be able to help customers in that transition, going from very virtualized infrastructure towards a more cloud native infrastructure. And the ways that we're doing that, to augment what Jitin said, was looking at how do we simplify the customer's journey in terms of onboarding their applications onto the infrastructure, lifecycle managing those applications, and then bringing on the agility needed to add new applications into the portfolio and help them rapidly construct services that are going to deliver value and help them monetize their networks. And this is where the work that we're doing on the platform level together in terms of marrying up these applications to the right underlying infrastructure, ensuring that process of deploying and managing those applications is seamless, if you will. And this is where some of the work that's going on in our R&D organizations to understand the application requirements that Nokia is bringing, and as Jitin said, marrying that up with the right platform to create a technologically differentiated solution is really what we've been focusing on. As we also think about the future, the collaborations that people are looking at in terms of service assurance, people are looking at collaborations in terms of how you deliver ease of use to the operator. And this is where, again, integration partnership helps achieve those goals.
Okay, great to hear how your companies are working together already so well. Jitin, Lakshmi, thanks very much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ray.